Marco, a.k.a. Mr. Boom Shakalaka. And now, Rick Sans and SergAndDestroy from Super Design Land. Boom Shakalaka.
So everyone, this is Playful Gorilla. We are super pumped to have him here. And yeah, tell us where you're from. Tell us who you are. Get this started.
All right, what's up, everybody? Yo, first of all, thank you. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fucking fun. I feel very honored to be hanging out with you two motherfuckers. I mean, sorry, excuse me. Mofos.
Oh, you can cuss.
Okay. We're adults. We don't care.
Okay. Fuck yeah. My name is Alex. I go by the Playful Gorilla online. I am a toy designer / toy maker / illustrator / anime, whatever. I do it all, man. I do a little bit of everything. I'm out here just trying to set my skill set up so I can make cool shit. It's real simple. My mentor says it all the time, so I'm gonna repeat it. I just want to make cool fucking shit. Yeah, I'm repping Philly. So I'm fucking working out of Philly right now in my crazy dungeon / studio. And yeah, just living the life right now, bro. Living the life. We're living 100% off of art income, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Some of us know a thing or two about that.
Yeah.
My man, you know the deal. But you know it is what it is. We're out here just fucking doing cool shit. That's all.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Dude, I'm jealous of that fucking collection behind you, man. I'm just there. Sorry. I got this.
That's just a banner that has a bunch of toys printed on it. Not.
Oh, you got the matching banner of junk? I
Yep.
got it on sale.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
I should have been more prepared, but it's all good. Maybe I shifted like that. Oh, look at that. There's an actual banner right
Oh, there you go. That's
That just
good.
means we have to have you on multiple times.
Different backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
Calm down. I don't give a damn. Let's fucking make it happen.
Awesome.
So yeah. So talk to me, man. How can I get my hands on like that little call? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. You reach through the screen. That's how.
I mean, I can cast it for you real quick.
Yeah. Dude, I'm all about a bootleg. Don't even get me started, man. I'm too broke for some of this shit.
I'm drinking some monkey beer too.
Ah, shit, Golden Monkey. I love a Golden Monkey. I've had a Golden Monkey in a long time.
I was like, I'm gonna need a beer at some point. It's been a long day, but I was like, well, I'll just do my normal thing of rotating between coffee, beer, and water.
It works.
Dude, I am on a water kick. It's all I've been trying to like do better, so I'm just sitting here with gallons and gallons of water like an idiot. But you see me chugging on this, ya tú sabes.
Good. That's what's up.
I mean, it's the best thing you could probably drink.
You know, that's what people say. We'll see after a couple weeks of this how tired of it I get. But trying to be better. So
Sure.
It's my goal. It's my intention.
Right.
So our last episode we did was about 5 points, and then we started our sub-series that's called Road to Decon. So like next year, like in January, we'll do Road to 5 points or whatever. But I like having playlists on YouTube. It's just how I organize stuff. Like, oh, save that for later. That's a tutorial. Oh, that's a metal video. Put that in that folder. Oh, that's a rap video. Put that in rap or a music folder. And so that's kind of how I've organized our show. Unboxings, virtual reality tours, just this show, and then the wider one, anything to do with this show, stuff like that. My point, though, is that what were your thoughts of 5 points, since that was the most recent major toy thing, US-wise?
As far as five points, man, 5 points was very interesting. 5 points, I had me and Zuki 2-3 years ago teamed up because we did a dope team up at New York Comic Con, and I think we were rocking back and forth for a while. So of course, like, she hit me up, she said, hey, you want to do it again? And we locked in. Then COVID happened, then completely forgot about it. And then I was sitting there when I was like, oh shit, 5 points is coming up, and I had completely forgot that I had paid for it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, ah, damn, I'm so bummed. I had just gotten laid off. Like, damn, there's no way there's no way I'm gonna make it. And all of a sudden, Zuki hits me and say, "Hey, you ready for 5 points?" I'm like, "Nah, like I'm not." And then it just dawned on me, like, "Oh shit, I got a table. Let's fucking rock and roll." And that's how my life usually it's been lately. Just there's a barrage of craziness, but I'm glad I went because not for nothing, for me personally, on a like artistic level, I'm in a weird transition of like what I'm bringing to a con, right? Like before, I was a huge con artist and did all types of fan art, all types
Con
of
artists.
stuff.
We just gave a whole intro about how humble and trustworthy you were, and now we're finding out you're a con artist.
That's the secret,
That's the
right?
secret, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be that good to be that good,
Right.
to be that bad. You
It
know
makes
what I'm saying?
sense. Makes sense.
No, but like it was the first time I dropped like my like 90% of my own stuff, right? Like my own scopes, original ideas, the banana skinny caps, and let me tell you, man, like it was eye opening to realize that all the work I've been putting in and just promotion and just being relevant and staying relevant and being in front of people, that it paid off. Like it was one of the biggest 5 points, and I've been doing them, I think, since the beginning. I think I was at the first 5 points.
Yeah,
and
you're at the first one.
right? It's been such a long time.
Because
But like,
we were at the first one, but that's that, and then we just did the most recent, so we had a gap of all those years in between.
right.
5 years.
Yeah.
Because that's 2016, I think.
2016, right?
I feel
2016.
like that might have been when I met you, but Serge already knew you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
that's also when I met Aaron and Quicks
Yeah.
At 5 points.
initially.
Correct. And with all those years combined, selling like fan art, it didn't compare to this last year. And I don't know if it was a perfect storm of like people wanting to come back to 5 points, people haven't been at cons, but like I made out like a bandit. It was one of, I want to say, top 5 cons since I've been doing cons for the last, I don't know, God, good Lord, man, it's been such a long time. But it was amazing. What I'm saying is it was amazing, and I can't wait to do it again and bring back some fucking some cool shit next year. But the rollout was half a booth this year, and even with the half a booth, I couldn't ask for anything more, man. It was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Except for the fucking heat. God damn, it was hot. Other than that,
I thought it was just me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
oh, hell no. At one point, we took a fan and put it across the aisle, like shooting at us, because it was a big industrial fan.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers kept moving it, man. I was just like, come on, dude. Like, it's not
Yeah, that was I think the biggest thing for everyone was just like, how long is this fan gonna be on us before somebody turns it towards them, and just like gotta like creatively like slowly walk by and just push it with your foot slowly, things like that. Like, are they gonna realize that I'm angling this towards us and then come back and then it's like, oh, it's back on them. So it was just like kind of back and forth game to try and see who gets the air.
Almost like warfare, where you have to have a friend stationed next to the fan to just kind of edge it your way.
I had so many fake conversations just so I can put my hand on the fan, like, oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Well, the guys next to us had somebody. They had electricity, but then they didn't have a fan. So one of their friends bought a brand new big fan, like a house fan, and they had it and they left it at their booth. Yeah, guess what fan came home with us?
Hell yeah.
We just put it in the car. I was like, well, it's gonna go in the trash probably once these people break down these tables. So we just packed up a brand new fan and put it in the car and came back to Cleveland.
That's how I got a lot of my equipment, man. I ain't gonna, New York is the greatest. Stick around New York breakdown, because 50% of the people don't want to take shit home, and these are nice DTOFs and fucking. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've bought one DTOF in the course of my lifetime.
Nice.
I own 7 of them, but only paid for one.
Yeah, I got
Secrets,
2
man.
of mine for free.
Yeah, Rick got 2 of his for free. So
Hell yeah, dude.
That was just a friend moving to Jacksonville, where he's like, hey, you have any use for cases? And I was like, what kind of cases? And he's like, the IKEA ones. And I was like,
I'll find a reason. To use them.
is it the D-tops? And he's like, I don't know what they're called. And I was like, I'll take them regardless. Go over to his house, and sure enough, it's D-tops. Like, he had like autographed footballs and stuff like that in it. He was a morning show producer for one of the radio stations here. And nice, so he had all this sports stuff.
That's the way to do it. You just got to be in the right spot, right place. People, you know, like, I've gotten so much cool shit just because I'm present. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a dope fucking way to approach shit like that.
I assume you have Buy Nothing Facebook groups out by you, but it's been like incredibly resourceful for like the particular neighborhood I'm in. Like, I got a 7-foot banana tree recently.
Oh shit.
My girlfriend's gotten countless like household things, but then like random other stuff. Like, she traded you're not supposed to buy anything on there, but she had traded homemade hummus for a massage table that was like a $900 massage table.
Hey, what is this?
So generally it's by neighborhood or side of cities.
Okay.
So like where I'm at, they call it like near West Side or Detroit Shoreway of Cleveland. And so like on Facebook, if you type Buy Nothing, you'll have Buy Nothing like East Side. This one's like Buy Nothing Detroit Shoreway or something. And
I see what you said. So it's like you can't purchase it, but it's a bunch of cool stuff people are getting.
Yeah, you just gotta go pick it up, or you know, whatever.
And I mean,
I'm from a long line of pickers. I am not like, I've learned over the course of a lot of years that there's some treasures out there that you could totally flip. You could totally use. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the shelves that I have in this, they're all fucking picked. They're all be like, hey, somebody off or sell them.
But yeah, the thought just occurred to me. Like, anyone that watches this, you know, the reasons to use Facebook are dwindling by the day. But one of the few use cases I have left is the Buy Nothing, where I'm like, oh, is there anything on there
that I may need? Hell yeah. Now you say that wait, go back. Hold on. You slid that in there really. You said there's a dwindling reason to use Facebook. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ricky, explain, Explain. Is it for old people? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, like, a lot of the old people turned everything political on there. So, like, the people with nothing better to do than argue, like, infiltrated and ruined Facebook culturally, combined with the algorithm where, like, you no longer see your friends' posts because they're more interested in showing you
TikToks,
a viral video that will keep you just like death scrolling, or an advertisement. I mean, it's just like the news. I went to broadcasting school the second time I went to college, and the first day they tell you the news is all about selling you advertisements. Like, any of the stories don't matter, and it's why news tends to be negative or sad or things that provoke people in extreme ways, because that's what they found is addicting, where happy news doesn't keep people around. So,
yeah, that's always been for sure.
I feel like Facebook adopted that, and the things that tend to be viral are like people beating people up, people getting hurt doing dumb things, and it's, you know, if you're spending too much time on Facebook, you're not actually working on bettering your life. And so, more and more, like, working in IT, like, no one I work with is on Facebook. And the few people I come across who are like, oh, I use it for Marketplace. And that's, like, the most common thing I see. And, like, a lot of these Facebook groups, people left that to go and do Discords. But your average person, I keep hearing, isn't trying to join 20 Discords for every artist they know. Or every.
Discord is an interesting beast for sure. I don't know. I just with Facebook is. Yeah, I can see that. Like I only use Facebook to keep touch with family and shit like that. I don't like. I think I cross post every time something like it automatically does it. So it's just sitting there. I can see what you're talking about.
I mean, that's most people. Like Serg's thing cross post, mine cross post, and then like I go on there and I'm just like, why am I on here?
I stopped the cross post.
Okay.
Because you have to go back manually and click public. So I don't even go on anymore. I'm too cool.
You're too cool. You guys are just too cool. I'm old school. It's like a fucking tool. It's a tool. All these are
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I mean, they're all. It is what it is. Instagram's visual. I'm an artist. That's why I mess with that more than anything. So.
But even then, that's gonna make a switch soon. You know that. Like that's gonna switch to like, and
it already is. You got to everything's video based. So you got to. That's why I learned all the video editing on the phone.
Yeah, and that's just driven by the people who run everything, or run Instagram. So it's just like it's the same shit, just a different. That's what I don't like. I try personally not to focus on any of that shit. It's just like, if you're doing cool stuff, if your artwork is fantastic, if your toys are fucking crazy, like that's to me that's what matters more than anything. Mm-hmm. Like that's why I don't know. I mean, you can photograph a piece of shit. It's still a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, it's just focus on the content. Focus on what you're working on. I saw a post somebody maybe yesterday or something, and they were so like upset how like I have so many thousand followers and I'm only getting so many likes, and I'm like, man, stop focusing on that. Just do cool shit. Like cool shit will get spread around, right? Like your people will start spreading. You see this? Did you see this? Did you see like? I think people are just we're so used to like I don't know. I think it's like almost like a part of a like entitlement of like, well, I sign up for this and it's a picture sharing app, so they have to share my pics. No, bitch. Like, did you pay for it? You paying for marketing? You doing it? Like, no. Like, think about like where would we be today without social media? And can you still compete without it?
Right.
That's the question, right? It's like.
People don't they may not have the people skills to go from person to person to promote yourself or things like that. Yeah.
I think everybody got comfortable, right? Like you can now sit behind a computer, go to town, talk all shit, post whatever you want, paint whatever, put this up, and it's just like you're not guaranteed that anybody's gonna see it, right? It's just a free platform. They do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Right.
That's why you kind of have to build and I think that's where Discord kind of comes in, but you still have to, it's like before this, it was like building email lists, right? Like, I interact with customers when I talk to somebody at a con, I'm picking up emails, I'm picking up, it's just, I don't know, man. I try not to focus on it. And I feel like I'm a terrible person because like, I don't have an opinion on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, like, cool. I'll talk to my 3 people that I talk to on Facebook and my 100 people I talk on Instagram and we'll call it a day. It's just a like Funny Marco says, it's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So with that, like you said with the con stuff that you were just doing predominantly starting off doing like fan art or in your style, right?
Yeah.
So like I've heard your story from going to school and finding your style that way, but you can tell that here too. But also, like, what was your jump from hitting the fan art to finally saying, I got to push what your story is, which this is your platform. Tell what, your universe is and everything you're starting to push now out in public.
It's crazy because it's been a long time coming. It really is. I think a part of it was fear, right? When I first made the switch to consciously move away from like freelancing to like more original art, I created Playful Gorilla, and that was it. I was gonna remove my name from the artwork that I did and just let it be its own thing, and explore and have fun and figure this out over here. Sure. At that point, I didn't be a business, but I knew that I wanted to sell stuff, right? So when I first took a stab at it. It was all original shit, and I still got pieces laying around here and here from all the original shit I did. It was all very brand heavy. It was the Gorilla. It was some shit like the Womp and Kill the Noise and all these fucking dope pieces that I used to do before that had no fan base. So it was just original art, original ideas and concepts. Dude, it's funny because I'm seeing some of the shit kind of like come back, and I'm like, damn, I did that, and I failed horribly.
Yeah.
But I remember having a fucking flip up shirt. It said, have you seen my Playful Gorilla? And you flipped it up, and it was a fucking Playful Gorilla head on the inside. Dude, I did all that. I was just like, it was so much fun, but it didn't I had zero following at the time. It was me going to events. Like the first time I introduced Playful Gorilla was at an event. It was a weird food truck event. Shout out to my sister who was the one that invited me. It's like a parking lot. All the food trucks were all around, and in the middle they had a couple vendors, and I was one of them.
Sounds fun.
It was dope. I had menus because it was a food truck event. I was like, all right, I'm gonna treat my art like foods. I had menus with you can order number one, and there's a sticker and a poster.
Nice.
I sold one fucking sticker. I think I invested, I don't know, man, a couple $100 in printing posters and pins and all kinds of crazy shit. But I think that's where the idea of running into or doing cons it exploded for me, because it taught me a super dope lesson. It was like, the lesson is you just gotta do it. That $1 that I sold, that one sticker I sold, I actually sold it to a guy who ran his own con in the city. It was like a family event, and it's something. It was this piazza down in down in Fishtown, and it was cool. It's like it's an open place, but it's surrounded by businesses. And he did a similar event, but the businesses brought their people. And I had a tent. He gave me he didn't charge me for the spot. What's up, gentlemen? He didn't charge me for the spot. And I went from making $1 to, dude, I broke in 8-9 hours. I made like $2,500 fucking dollars. It was fucking crazy.
That's
awesome. Like, what is this? And it was the first time the fan art hit me, because going back before I started Playful Gorilla, I got some of the best advice. Shout out to Steve Tukowski. I always shout him out because that's the dude that introduced me to this whole designer toy thing. And it was him who planted the seed of, making sure that you have your own style. And that always knocked me off my feet, because I'm like, up to that point, I was a freelancer. Like, right. I was good at being a chameleon, doing the style you want and that you like. I never had my own voice. I never had my own. And I think that really truly helped, right? Because I came into a job not having my own biases, right? It's just like, no, I'm going to sit down with you, have a conversation with you. You're going to tell me what you want. Boom. I'm going to execute.
Right.
With bias, it was easy. When he told me that shit clicked. I was like, oh, fuck, make my own style. What is that? What? And I remember going back just to fucking pencil and paper and just draw shit. And that's all on my fucking Instagram page. My Instagram page is a documentary of before, I think I was running under something called Don Chulo when I started. It wasn't even
nice.
And when I made the transition, you could see all the initial sketches and ideas and concepts, and you could see the style kind of forming. Well, fast forward to that second show when I made that money, and that money came from, I want to say, 2 people. It came down to 2 people. I had my sketchbook there because I was sketching. Shoot, Arson at the time.
Okay.
I don't know. He showed up. He heard about the event. He's there, and it was again super early on with Playful Gorilla stuff. I already had my Instagram page. I had already started sketching and doing kind of random things. But that show flipped the script, because it was the first time somebody came to my table and they're like, "This is cool, but do you do you have anything Star Wars?" And I'm like, "No, not yet, kind of. I have this stormtrooper I drew."
Yeah. And
it was a stormtrooper again with that fucking seed from Steve of creating your own style. It was a cartoony version. It was what I wanted to start doing more of. And somebody picked it up, and he's like, "How much you want for it?" I don't know, man. Out of my sketchbook, I fucking don't. I have no idea. Give me $40.
Yeah.
The dude turns around. He's like, "Yo, you need to make sure which again is another dope life lesson. And he goes, you need to know your worth. And I'm like, excuse me? He goes, he fucking gave me $500 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I got to that. Like, it was him, and then his buddy came through and tried to like outmatch. He's like, oh, that's all. I'll give you 600 for that other one. And I think it was like that one was a random sketch. It was like a little creature with a fucking, and it was all shaded in. It was in my sketchbook. He said, I'll give you 600 for. That's how I made that much money, because those two dudes kept coming back and forth and like fighting for it. But it was the first time where I'm like, damn, like you can, if you do this right, I can make a decent, I can make something out of this, right? And then that's when it started. It's like the style started to tighten up. The style really lends itself. My basic style, right? I think you have it here. So it's super cartoony.
Yep.
Super cartoony. It's usually three things: a base color, a shadow, and a highlight. I kept it simple, and here's why. When I started getting, so I had all this original artwork that didn't sell. All that Star Wars stuff started selling, so I started bombarding the feed with fan art, and that's when the following started growing. That's when the people started calling. That's when the commissions started coming in. You know, I was doing shit on like at that point, like again, I didn't have a lot of money, so I started doing shit on slaps and free 228s like that. If you go back, I don't know if you could remember that shit. I was fucking selling hand cut out sticker packs.
Yep.
Like it was crazy. All originally drawn, all like, because that's what I had. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I had access to, and the style started tightening up because I had to start turning around files faster, right? So let's say I had a show on a Friday. I sold Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm sold out. Shit. Okay. I got another show the next fucking Friday. So I come home Sunday night. I got some sleep, hang out with the kids. Monday morning, I'm at work, and I'm at work sketching and doodling, right? So I'm not paying attention to it. I get home, I would vector it up so that I would have it by Wednesday to send it to my buddy to print out stickers, posters, whatever, so that by Friday
You had it
I had
for the
new,
next thing. Yeah.
right? So it's like, yeah, I reprinted the old stuff, but every con I made a conscious effort to do something new, a new poster, a new print, a new, and that just kind of snowballed. And by the time, I did it for like 5 years. I got laid off. The first time I got laid off, I didn't go straight to the cons. I got a job 3D printing. And then after that layoff, I was like, you know what, screw this. Because during that second job, I was doing cons on the weekend. I started seeing the following. But to me, again, that following grew from the in-person cons, right? Like the in-person meeting. Like, dude, my goal was, if you bought something off of me, I'm down your throat. Hey, make sure you're following, Playful Gorilla on Instagram. Make sure you're following this. I would hand out stickers upon stickers. Yeah, I'll give you a free sticker if you follow Playful Gorilla. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of
it's smart marketing, dude.
Yeah.
It's just, like that's what we love about the cons. Like we like the person-to-person interactions.
Right.
Like, that's the memorable part of things. Like, and you have people that'll just walk by and look and can say, "Oh, this is cool," and we appreciate that. But it's the people that actually like to hear your story, or, hey, why'd you make this character? Or, I like your thick outlines or whatever. Like those things speak like really, really loudly as an artist when you hear stuff like that.
I tell people all the time, you may not listen. I know my style's not for everybody. I know my artwork is not for everybody at all. But I found that there's a part of this that you're not selling your artwork, but you're selling yourself.
Yeah.
If people like you and if people fall in love with you, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna support you.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna buy your artwork. They're gonna follow you. They're gonna share with the friends. So it's like that's where, like, when I was kind of in the beginning swing of this social media shit, because it's like in the beginning it was a free for all, man. Like every time I posted something, you got 100 likes. So like, oh shit, I'm 500 people following, and a fourth of those are saying something, But like the more you got into it, the more you saw it was a free service that were just picking up people. It's like, you have to use all these as tools. Mm-hmm. And just like you said, like, oh, I heard that like reels and videos are what is that? So that's what I'm going to switch. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, if you want to stay relevant and be seen by people who don't follow, yes, you have to follow the algorithm.
Yeah.
But don't ever forget how important it is that handshake, man. Like, that in-person meeting that they're already buying something from you. You know what I mean? So you're just putting into their hands a way for them to communicate with you after the con. And that's how I always treat it. Yeah, that's why to me it's like, I don't, I try my damnedest to do cool shit, and yeah, I'll see a reel from somebody that inspires me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that shit. Like, but I've never chased the followers. To me, like early on, I understood that followers don't equal sales, and for me, a sale is way more important than a follower. Yeah. Why? Because I still got to feed the kids. I still got to pay for this raggedy ass house. Like, say, like, to me, it's always like, how to get you to say, oh yeah, absolutely, here's my money.
Yeah, like we've had organic growth, which is great, and it's, you have these boosts, and then out of nowhere it seems like it plateaus, and it's just, we just keep doing stuff. Like, we are constantly doing stuff, and that's just how it is, whether it's a sketch or here's a toy or here's a sneak peek of a foot of a toy, things to keep people engaged.